Do not attempt to adjust your screen. It is not Halloween all over again. It is November. I honestly don't know what's scarier, this or all of this. We'll explain both momentarily. Almost knocked it all over. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, what's up with the Halloween mask, Keith? That was back in October. This is the middle of November. And, dude, did you lose a razor? I did, and I'll explain that. This, my friends, was my radiation mask. As most of you are aware, I've talked about it a little bit on this channel from time to time. I went through cancer back in 2018. And I've not gone into great detail about everything that kind of went on with that. I've given you some touches here and there. But this being November is kind of it's a twofold important month to me. This is what's known as No Shave November. And that explains what I'm doing here. I'm not heading out into the woods to go hunting, although I used to, and a lot of my friends just assume I'm growing my winter beard. But no, that's not the case. I'm growing a beard in support of the fight for cancer. No Shave November is to bring awareness to the fight for cancer. And I love it when people say, hey dude, did you lose your razor? And I say, yes, I did, but I beat cancer. Best opening line to start a conversation right there. So this being November, as I said, very important because of that, but it's also a personal milestone for me back in 2018. I wore this mask 5 days a week for 7 weeks. And I actually have video of one of the radiation sessions I went through. They literally put this on you. They snap it down to a table, and then this very large, scary machine starts going around your head, making a lot of noises. In fact, you know what? I got that video. I'll link it. And then if you'd like to, you can go and watch that. It's about 10, 15 minutes long. The treatments were never very long. I mean, I was in and out and in and out and in and out. But basically, you're laying on a bed strapped down and you're being dosed with poison. And part of the reaction from the radiation was as I began to lose my hair. Most people associate people who go through cancer with losing their hair up top. That's pretty much a result of certain types of chemotherapy. That's not the chemo that I had, though I had many doses of that too throughout my treatment of these 7 weeks. But the radiation did have an effect as they were spraying me basically all the way around here, right around through the base to the base of my skull. So I lost my hair up to about back half of my head. As I kind of recovered and got to the other side of getting back to normal, I was still having issues having any of this kind of come in for the longest time. My treatment ended at the end of April. It was end of June, first part of July before I actually started feeling better. And then come August, October time, that's usually about the time I start thinking, somewhere's in there, hey, we're going to get into fall, we're going to get into hunting season, maybe it's time to start growing my beard out. Well, I was worried that maybe I can't grow a beard anymore. So I put it off and I put it off and I put it off because I was afraid of what may or may not come back up. And then finally around October, I said, screw it. Let's see what happens. The hair was starting to come back a little bit back here, so I started to grow my beard out. And it was finally November of 2018, almost 11 months after I'd started my treatment, that my beard came back for the most part. And I realized, I think I'm going to win. That was a very important moment for me, to see that my body was recovering from these treatments, that I was going to have a future after going through all those treatments. So November, very important for two reasons, as I've stated: personal milestone and for No Shave November. Because although I've come out the other side of this disease, And I continue to have clean scans, and I continue to improve. And it's changed my life in so many ways. As you can see, here I am running my own business now, stepping out on my own, doing more YouTube videos. We're a long ways away from getting rid of this disease that affects way too many people. I think the greater portion of the population probably knows somebody who has been touched by cancer, if not personally within your family or to yourself. I think I could probably guarantee in the next 10 years, 99% of the population is going to know somebody that has been touched, diagnosed, suffering through, trying to recover from, or lost their fight to cancer. Whether it's the head and neck cancer that I had, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's testicular cancer, any of these cancers. That's what this month is very important to me about, to speak out about. You can't have enough conversation in my mind about getting something done with cancer treatments and moving forward. And I'm sorry if this video is sounding a little bit preachy, but it really hit me in the heart this month that I had to speak out about this, because I don't think I don't think that I have put forward enough about how important this is to me, and I think important to a lot of people, because like I said, I'm lucky, I'm blessed, I've been graced, I've been allowed to get to the other side. And I wonder sometimes, why me? You know, when I've seen so many other people going through this disease and suffering so much worse. It was not a cakewalk for me, by no means, but I know so many people on a personal basis that have suffered so much harder, gone through so much more to get to the other side. And I've known a few that haven't. Sorry about that, but that's why this month is important to me. It's my personal milestone, and it's my chance to step back up on my soapbox and say, damn it, let's do some more. Let's try to get something else done for this disease. So I wear this beard to look as ugly as I can look, to get people to talk to me about it as a flag, a banner, whatever you want to call it, to all of those who are still fighting this disease, and to all of those that we shouldn't forget. So anyway, it got a little more emotional than I expected, but that's basically what I wanted to talk about this month. So please get out there, do a little bit more, ask some more questions, get some more education, and help me spread the word about we got to beat this disease back in any way possible. And guys, let it grow. Let it grow for the rest of the month. I know it's the middle of November, but it's never too late to raise your flag and say, I'm taking a stand against it. Ladies, let it grow. Wherever you want to let it grow, I'm not going to judge at all. So thank you very much for tuning into my channel again. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking to the end of this and through Mystery Emotions here today. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, do what you got to do. But most of all, remember those that are still fighting this disease and help me help them to get through this. Maybe it's not too late to go trick-or-treating.